Hello, sir.
Hello, we are here. What's going on?
What's going on is that the people said I should also record it, so I have to go and take it to my YouTube. So some of you'll be able to see the YouTube live.
Okay, later
so
or
we are
now?
streaming live now.
But you can still be on Zoom, sir, also.
Yes, you can be on Zoom, but those people that decide to go and stream live, I might not be able to answer your question.
Okay.
So, you need to wait? No. So if you don't need to wait, let's start. So we say, unto God be glory, honor and adoration. Almighty God and Father, we thank you for the little we're about to start. We pray, God Almighty, that the little will be more than enough. Inshallah, you crown all our efforts with success. Good morning, class. And I'm sure you guys are already enjoying your house. The challenge we have is that we don't know how the marathon will be. So that's why we have to do it online. I've finished a class. I'm just coming out from a class. When I say coming out from a class electronically, and I'm moving back into another, so on the same seat. So I'm sure you can hear my voice. Except you want to see the video. Do you still want to see me?
No need, Abu. No.
No need.
They are fine like
this. Pardon?
We are okay. It's okay like this.
Okay. So I'm also doing the live stream. And I've sent the live stream your group chat. So for those people who also want to enjoy it live, they can join it live. So any other thing?
No, sir.
We enjoy. So I've also sent the question we'll be using, but before I go to the question, we have to see some things. Okay, in the last class we did somewhere. So I might need somebody to be helping me to admit. So that I won't be the one admitting and the one teaching. So who really has hands-on on Zoom that will be admitting? I'll make the person co-host. So when it's popping, that person will be admitting. Okay, I'll do it myself. Let's start class. So what we did, nobody.
Mr. Emmanuel, I can do it for you.
Ah, okay.
Eh?
Sorry. So Taiwo, you are ready to co-host. And what I also do is that sometimes you say, I'll just mute everybody. So that you won't say it's my spirit that is talking, it is me. So this is Emmanuel. Good morning, everyone. So thank you and every other thing. So I have to switch on my video so that you will not think I'm properly dressed. I'm ICANN. So that is it. Okay, let's start. I haven't said it. Last class, we deal about group. And again, I want to ask, how many of you watched the video I gave you? If you watch it, signify by raising your hand. If you watch the video, signify. Okay, only one person. 2, 3. Okay, I have 4. Now, you can bring down your hands. I'm sure you could see that that video was very helpful. I have not, but I will. So it's also the same thing that happened. Please, I want to beg that you don't use the chat box. If you have any question, you unmute your mic and speak to me, so that I won't be going to the chat box and coming out. So that is it. Please, if I have any professional students here, your whole class is 3 o'clock. What I did is that I have everything and that. Although one next you might be doing, this is also what I'm trying to do is also to experiment using our central base. So maybe in the next class, I'll be the one to set up for my house, then I'll be putting in your respective classes. But for now, I'm setting up for myself only. And I'm sure you are all enjoying your house. Please, we also have some rules. Why I'm muting everybody is that so that I won't hear somebody talking at the background. But once you have any question, you can raise your hand. Are you there? I'll do that. So that video, I've done a lot of justice and a lot of things for us. Now, but what we are going to do now is to move on to what we know and what we are going to do. In that video, I saw that some of us still have some issues with our steps. And that's why I'm doing the recap of the steps. Now, when you are given any question and you're asked to solve any question, what you need to understand is to know the step. Note again that the board I'm using now is my Samsung board S Notes. I'm going to send it to you as a PDF. Now, let's start. When we talk about consolidation, are we there now? Consolidation process. Consolidation process. The first thing we need to know is that what are the steps that we need in consolidation? Number one, we need to know what we call the group structure. I'm sure we all remember the group structure. It's all about giving us the graphical representation of what the parents own in the subsidiary and letting us know what is the percentage owning, the date of acquisition, then the net non-controlling interest percentage, which is the residual of the event. Now, when we are looking at this, that makes us to know what and what we need to note. Taiwo, you are not admitting them. Some of them are still hanging. Please be admitting. Thank you very much. Now, what I observed is that a lot of us did not pay attention to that question. And that is why I'm bringing it up. There are things that when the examiner asks you, you are supposed to pay attention to. And I'm going to show you where I saw a lot of us made some mistakes. Now, I think I have the question here in front of me so that it will make my job easier. I hope you can see what I'm sharing. Now, let's quickly go. Let's quickly go and check what a lot of us missed out. And that is why I started seeing what a lot of us started doing, and that make me laugh. This material was sent to you. It shows that a lot of us are not reading. And that's why I'm going to share it again with you. Okay, we are there on page 16. Can somebody read the question for me so I will be sure that you are with me? And you are reading. Who is reading?
P Limited acquired the entire share capital of S Limited for 42,500 naira on 31st March 2009. The statement of financial position of the two companies as at that date were as follows.
Okay, that person, soprano. Now listen, class. Once they give us this. Okay, thank you. Now listen, I want to quickly show you something that I observed that a lot of us did not do. Once you are given a question like this, you are supposed to read. A lot of us did not read that question, and that was why we had a lot of us having this issue with the question. Look at where they started from. The examiner said, P Limited acquired the entire share. Entire share already gave us the group structure. When they said acquire the entire share, what is that saying? It means P acquired what class? 100%. Acquired what class? 100% of X. When you say entire, it means you are buying the entire company. Class, will there be any non-current assets? Will there be any non-controlling interest?
No, there would not.
Now, don't unmute everybody. Will there be any non-controlling interest?
No.
No.
So that was the first thing that this person did entirely. And they now said for 42,000 on 31st of March. Now, another thing that I saw in the question that a lot of you didn't pay attention to, your consolidation date, which is also the date of. Are we together?
Yes.
which means that the day you acquire is the day that you are also consolidating, which simply means something will be missing. Will there be any post-acquisition?
No.
No.
So the post-acquisition will be equal to what?
No, sir. No, sir.
Zero.
Zero. A lot of you didn't pay attention to it. So be very, very careful. The preamble of the question speaks a lot about the question. You have to pay attention to that. Solo. Okay. So that is the first thing that I saw that we didn't pay attention to. And this thing, the questions are not going to be all these big questions. Those little things can change a lot of things. Okay. Somebody even called me and said the question is wrong. I laughed. The question is wrong. He said, the question that, no, you didn't. Are we together? So, any question on that? That shows us the information that we need to know when we are talking about the first stage. And what is that first stage? That is our work class.
Group structure.
Our group structure. That is our work class, our group structure. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So 1 minute. I don't know, maybe it's also one of us. Let me pick a call for this call. Okay, that is that. So when you get information on that, you get to see what we are doing. Are we together? When we make somebody co-host and the co-host is logged out,
I'm not logged out.
We are admitting them. You are our governor for today. Is Ibrahim now online? So you get to see that. So, any question at this juncture? None. So we'll move to the next stage. What is the next step? Class, please, once you can get these 5 steps, everything we are doing is solved. So this step 2 now. Step 2 is aimed to get what we call our net asset of subsidiary. The net asset of who, class? Of the subsidiary. And the net asset on the date of what? Acquisition, date of reporting, and post-shaking. Component that we have, share capital. We have what we call share work class, share premium. We also have sometimes you can have other components which you talk about in terms of revaluation, reserve. Then you can talk about your retained what? Retained earnings. Don't forget, we now said in the last class that there cannot be some adjustments. And some of the adjustments we have looked at what we call fair value adjustment. I would say the fair value adjustment can lead to what we call a surplus or a deficit. But don't forget all these ones that we have also said that the examiner will give you this one on the date of our what? Report. Which will now refer this one to the date of what? Acquisition. Which will now refer this one to the date of what? Class. Acquisition. But note, this one to the date of acquisition. But when it comes to our value on the date of what? Class. Retained earnings, the examiner will give you. And again, this is also a beautiful one that happened in the question. Retained earnings that we are having here, they are assumed to be retained earnings on credit. The retained earnings we are having here, they are retained earnings on what? On credit. Once the examiner says debit, what does that mean? Debit means you are going to put in the work class in bracket. How many of you face that question too?
I missed it.
How many of you saw that question?
Jacket.
That's question number 1.
Question number 2.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Some of you saw debit. You never know that debit. Debit means it's negative. And that's why I threw the question to you. So, and this automatically means you also extend this one. So, you can also have another adjustment. Which other adjustments have we also done? Adjustment on depreciation. Abi? which must be post class.
Date
When
of
the
report.
adjustment has to do with revaluation surplus, it will lead to additional depreciation. That is the one we are putting in bracket. But if it has to do with revaluation deficit, we add back. Then we also did another adjustment when we talk about provision for what class? Provision for what class?
Yeah.
Provision for what? For unrealized profit.
Oh, yeah.
And at this one, who must be the seller?
Parent.
Who must be the seller?
Parent.
Oh yeah, my people, who must be the seller?
The parent now.
The
The
subsidiary.
parent.
For you to have unrealized profit in the net asset of who is this?
The subsidiary.
Oh, subsidiary.
Subsidiary.
Subsidiary. If it
We cannot hear you again, no.
If
We
it
can't
is
hear you.
I said if it is subsidiary, it will be net asset of subsidiary. But if it is
Okay.
that of the parents, it will go
It
to
will be-
step what? 5.
Step 5.
F5, okay.
Come again. No.
And what is in step 5?
Group retained earning.
So okay, let's look at this now because I want to do all the steps as we move ahead. What is in step 3?
Computation of goodwill.
So step 3 is talking about goodwill determination, Abi?
Yes, sir.
And I told you that the main component of goodwill determination is for us to get our purchase work class.
Okay. Consideration.
Purchase consideration paid by who class? Parents. And what
NCI.
paid by what class? NCI.
NCI.
And we said it's the one of NCI that what differentiates between
Can't hear you.
under NCI. Which method can we use? Oh,
Fair value or proportionate.
Fair value or
Fair
proportionate?
value or
fair
proportionate.
value or what?
Proportionate.
Proportionate method.
At what point do we use fair value?
When fair value is given.
At what point do we use fair value? What will make us use fair value?
If we are
Okay.
given the market value,
Market.
Price. Market
The
price.
market shaking you. The
Market
market
Value is
value.
given.
Value. Yeah.
If you are given the work class, the market
Market
value of who?
Of the subsidiary.
Of subsidiary what? Share.
Sure.
of subsidiary shares. Okay.
At what point do we use proportionate?
When they are silent about it.
When they are
Market
silent about market value or stated. Are we there now? Stated in the question. They will state it in the question. The examiner will never leave you blank. Stated, are we there now?
Yeah.
Stated in the question. And how do you determine it if it's stated in the question? Oh yeah, how do you determine it?
Percentage of the NCI.
NCI
NCI
percentage
NCI percentage
times
And
your
multiplied by
Times the
net
what?
assets. Net asset of
asset.
subsidiary on the
Of the
date
who?
of acquisition.
Subsidiary. On the date of what?
Yes.
Acquisition.
Acquisition.
We get that. You see, all these little things, your exams are not that big. It's all these little things that speaks volume. Once you can get, if you can get all these little things, you are good to go. Are we together? Show you hear me?
Yeah.
So, which means you can get this one or you can use this method. Now, whatever method you use is going to either give you whatever you have. This will not be our total work class consideration. Total work class consideration. Excuse me. Hello. Good morning, please. Yeah, this is Manuel Ogunibokun. Please, who am I with? I'm in an online class. Morola, please, can I call you back? I'm in an online class. Thank you, man. Okay, class, can we go on?
Yeah.
Are we moving, class?
Yes.
Okay. If you are with me, it shows that you know. So this one now, we will now let's what we call share value of net assets of subsidiary. On the date of what, class?
Acquisition.
Date of acquisition. Now, if you are going with our alphabet, what's the date of acquisition here? AA, Abi? After all the adjustments.
Yes.
AA. I'm doing this recap so that when I move up, so at the end of the day, your result can either be what? Can either be a good win.
Goodwill.
Are we there now?
Yeah.
Good win or what, class?
Gain on bargain purchase.
Gain on bargain purchase. Goodwill, or we call it gain on what, class? Bargain purchase. Now, this is not where I'm going. Please, and please. You can, if there's any impairment, if there's any what, class? Impairment. Impairment will only affect goodwill. You cannot do impairment on gain on bargain purchase. Class, did you hear that? You cannot do impairment on what, class? Gain on bargain
purchase. Okay.
Hello, class, did you hear that? You cannot do gain on gain. You cannot do what? Impairment on gain on bargain what? Purchase. Any question?
Yes. But can there
Did
be...
you understand, class?
Yes, but can there be impairment when we have a gain on bargain purchase? Can they give us such questions?
On gain on bargain purchase, and that is not what's going to lead us to the next transaction. Meaning that if there is gain on bargain purchase, the rule says that you transfer to group gain earning, which is in our working 5. Did you get that, class?
No, please, can you please come again?
I repeat, when you have impairment loss, your impairment loss will only affect goodwill. It will not affect your gain on bargain purchase. Because your gain on bargain purchase cannot be impaired. So what do? Your gain on bargain purchase will be transferred to your group retain what? Earnings. And your group retain earnings is in your note 5, your working 5, which is group retain earnings. Any question?
Please, I have a question.
Did we get that, class?
Mr. Yes. I have a question.
Okay. But your impairment can affect your goodwill. And that was where a lot of us also made that mistake. Impairment loss. It is generally believed that when you have impairment loss, it will reduce your goodwill. It will work, class. It will reduce your work, class, your goodwill. Did you get that?
Goodwill.
But when you are looking at this, who is the owner of subsidiary? There are 2 owners of subsidiaries. And the 2 owners of subsidiaries are the parent company, the parent, which will get his own portion by you taking to what we call group retained earnings. You give him his own portion. Then NCI, you also give him. So if your goodwill, look at this, for example, class, if I have P acquired X, 80%, and my impairment loss is 100, can somebody help me? What would be the amount I will remove from goodwill? The amount I will remove from goodwill will be what? 100. 100. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
My impairment loss now Have you forgotten? We said when we are
Yes,
accounting for
yes,
impairment loss, our impairment loss says that you credit goodwill. Do you agree with me?
yes.
Because your goodwill will reduce. Then what do you debit? You are going to debit the retained earnings of the owners. You are going to debit the retained earnings of the owners. And the retained earnings of the owners are parents, which you use the parent percentage, and NCI, you will use the NCI percentage. Do we get that?
Yes.
Do we get that? So in that case, class, if I have my impairment loss to be 100, what would be the amount that will go for parents here? Group retain any of parents. And what will be the amount that will go to NCI?
Parent 80.
NCI 20.
Mm.
We can't hear again.
I'm talking now, but that's why I wrote it down. I said that when you are having impairment loss, you debit your goodwill and credit the retained earnings of the business owners. And the retained earnings of these business owners are as follows. Number one, parents. Are we there now? Parents. We have parents, which has its own percentage, and you have NCI, which has its own percentage. Is there any issue again?
It's not clear.
Okay, class. When impairment loss occurs, what do we do to our goodwill account?
Credit.
To credit it.
Our goodwill account. But which account are we going to debit? The owners of the business. If the owners of the business, how many people paid for this business? When we are calculating the purchase consideration, how many people paid?
Parent and NCI.
Parent and NCI.
So if there's any impairment, the two of them will share it. Using which method?
Percentage.
No, fair value.
Percentage holding, Abi?
Yes.
We get that.
Good.
So that is why when you are going to debit, you are not going to debit the retained earnings of the parent using his proportion method and using his percentage holding. Then debit the NCI value, also using his own what?
NCI percentage.
Are you there now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to give a question now, and let me see your understanding on it. Are you writing? Are you writing?
Yes, sir.
Question. Are we there? Ola acquired 90% of Kola on 1 January 2018. The goodwill valued Class, can somebody read the question for me?
Kola acquired 90% of Kola on 1st of January 2018. The goodwill value using fair value amount to 300 million naira. On consolidation, the impairment loss was valued at 50 naira. Show the accounting entries.
We are still on the same page, Joe. Now let's look at this. My people, what is the acquisition process? 90%.
90%.
Did Ola owns everything in Kola?
No.
No.
So Ola did not owe everything in Kola. Now, the goodwill value was determined. Which method did they use?
Fair value.
Meaning that NCI also paid. Abi?
Yes.
Yes.
And what is the amount of the goodwill?
300 million.
300.
300 million. Upon consolidation, we were told that there was an impairment loss. What was the value of the impairment loss?
Yeah.
50 million. Million, yes or no?
Is it million?
It's million.
How much was it? Something is missing.
Is it not
50
50
million?
Okay.
Million,
Around
yes or no?
50 million loss on Emabinu. How much was the amount? 50 shaking you, 50 million.
50 million.
You are now have to show the accounting entry. I'm going to take it to another slide for us. So I don't need another slide. So the first thing we need to do to ask ourselves is that our goodwill is an asset. When our asset is reducing, what do?
To credit.
So I'll say credit goodwill, Abi.
Yes.
How much is the amount?
50 million.
Good one. Now, I am to debit the owners. The owners in this case are two of them. Who are the two that own this business?
Ola.
Ola will record it in his own group retained earning. At what percentage?
90%.
And then NCI will record it in his own value at what percentage?
10%.
How much will be the amount that will go to Ola's account?
45 million.
5 million.
How much will be the amount that goes to NCI?
5
5
million.
million.
Don't forget, this one will now be adjusted for in working 5 by debiting. This one will be adjusted for in working 4 by deducting. Any question? Any question?
No.
Thank you. Now, you have understood that. How many methods do we use in calculating our goodwill?
Method.
Mainly,
Fair value method and proportional method.
fair value method and what?
Proportional.
Which one did we use in this question of Ola?
Fair value method.
Fair value.
Abi?
Yes.
Now, be very, very careful as we move ahead. The story will change if you are not using fair value method. Do you get what I'm saying, class?
Yes.
I said the story will change if you are not using fair value method. So can we go there? Now,
Okay.
I'll write that one out and then we all enjoy it. Life is easy. I just remember something the student gave me, and I'm thanking that student. He gave me what we call a stand for my computer, and he has fan. Now, I'm using my tab, and the thing is hot. And I say, okay, what can I use? And I use it now, and it's it. So thank you. Even the modem I'm using was given to me by a student that qualified. Even I bought a laptop, I don't have pen. You can see this pen was bought by a student. So you guys too will pass and you buy me something. Not you buy something we'll be using to teach others. Okay, let's go on. If you are there, we have this and we have it to be done. You doing why? Is group very difficult?
Not really.
Huh? not.
It's
not
just a bit complicated.
You can see how we are breaking it down small, and we are almost there. So let's see the beauty of it. And that beauty is, you guys don't pass this diet. About God, don't make you pass. Okay, look at this question. Ajala.
Present, sir.
Question. Ajala
Yes, sir.
acquired Dami. Hey, Dami, at least you have done your matric now. Ajala acquired Dami on 1st of January 2020 with 75% holding.
Who will now share the remaining 25%?
I'm writing the question, so I'm sure you can see me that I'm writing. The goodwill on acquisition amounts to $150 million. The NCI acquired the NCI acquisition, the NCI acquisition was proportionate method. Was proportionate. The NCI acquisition method, that is what should be the right grammar. The NCI acquisition method was proportionate. Full stop. The impairment loss amounts to 25 million. 8. The accounting entries. Who can give me an answer? Yeah, what will be the solution? Mungbanyo, what will be the solution?
I think we will credit the goodwill with 250 million and debit Ajala, only Ajala.
Oh yeah, which account do we debit, my people?
The parent Ajala.
I will only
with
debit the parent Ajala.
only Ajala, yes.
Thank you. That person that gave me that answer, I would have given you something, but I will not ask. Why is it that it's only the parent Ajala that you have to credit, to debit?
Because we're using the proportionate method.
Eh?
We are using the proportionate method.
Yeah. I'm listening. Oh, yeah. Somebody has given us his own thought. He said because they are using proportionate method. Okay, class. You are writing, everybody. Are we writing? Are we writing? Acquisition of subsidiary. Acquisition of subsidiary. For the purpose of goodwill, has two basic methods. He said acquisition of subsidiary. With the acquisition of what subsidiary? For computation of goodwill has two basic methods, namely fair value method and proportionate method. In line with IS 36, when such goodwill suffers impairment, when such goodwill suffers impairment,
In line with what?
Pardon?
In line with what? IS what?
I said in line with IS 36, when such goodwill, that means acquired goodwill. Gabriel, what's your question? You are raising your hand. Gabriel Ajayi, speak, sir.
Please continue.
I said, when such goodwill suffers impairment, the standard states that the impairment value should be deducted from the goodwill. The impairment value should be what class? Deducted from the goodwill. The impairment value should be what? Deducted from the what? From the goodwill. And the corresponding debit entry. Recorded in the relevant retained earnings. Put in brackets, profit or loss. Recorded in the relevant retained earnings.
And the corresponding.
Do you get that?
Relevant.
In the corresponding debit entry, which will be retained earnings or P&L.
Sir, sorry, corresponding debit entry recorded in the relevant.
Within earnings,
In the relevant retained.
profit or loss.
Thank you. Full stop. Now let's write. 1. Fair value method of goodwill. Are you writing? Fair value method of goodwill. When you have your goodwill determined using fair value, using what class? Fair value. And you have impairment loss. And you have what class? Impairment loss. The rule says you credit your goodwill account and debit the two acquirer. The two acquirer, are you there now? Are the parent by his group retained earnings. By the group retained earnings. Using his proportion. And then debit the NCI using the NCI proportion.
Again, no.
What I'm saying is on the board. Look at it. I said when you are using fair value method to determine goodwill, when you use your fair value method to determine your goodwill, once you use your fair value method to determine your goodwill, and there's an impairment, it means you credit your goodwill account. Do we get that? Credit your goodwill account. You credit your goodwill account with that amount. That means the total amount of the goodwill. Earnings. I repeat what I'm saying. And he said, credit your what? Your group, your goodwill account, please. Credit your goodwill account with the total amount. Maybe it's 20,000, 40,000, you credit it. But what you are going to debit is that you are going to debit the group retained earnings. You credit the group retained earnings with its own proportion. And also credit NCI value, which means you are going to deduct that amount too from your NCI value. Are we there now? Do we get that, class? So, under which method of goodwill do we use this treatment if there's impairment loss? Under which method? Fair value or proportionate?
Fair value.
Fair value. Now, the story will change. The story will not be the same if you are using proportionate method. If you are using proportionate method to get your goodwill. Now, listen, class. When you are using proportionate method to get your goodwill and there's an impairment loss, what you are trying to tell us is that under proportionate method, the NCI, are we there? The NCI paid for the amount of acquisition at cost. Paid for the amount of acquisition at what? At cost. Paid for the amount of acquisition at what, class? At cost. So if he's paying for that acquisition at cost, it can never suffer impairment because you cannot reduce it below the cost value. So that is why when you have a proportionate method of calculating goodwill and there's an impairment loss, the rule says that the impairment loss will be totally charged to the parent's account, which will now be in his own work, group retained work, class. Group retained earnings. So you are not going to see anything that has to do with NCI. So that is why some people called and they were saying they checked something in the past and they didn't charge impairment loss. They didn't charge impairment loss into the record of NCI. Yes. When the impairment loss is not charged into the record of NCI, it means that the NCI use, which means proportionate or fair value.
Proportionate.
Oh yeah.
Proportionate
or fair value.
Proportionate.
Proportionate. Once there is a proportionate method of calculating goodwill, NCI will not bear the brunt of impairments. Do you get that, class? Hello, did you get that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, we are still in step 3. The examiner can be very funny. And this has been asked in one of the questions and they gave 5 marks. And let me see, maybe you guys will be able to do it. Are you writing? Question. And you tell me your answer. Question. Are we there? Jumoke acquired Sholaja.
Mr. Emmanuel.
With the following
Somebody has a question.
information. Who has a question? I'm listening. Ask your question.
In the proportionate method, the amount that we are debiting to the
We only be the amount of the impairment loss. Amount of the impairment loss. The entire amount of the impairment loss to NCI. If it was fair value, we would have shared it between the parent and NCI. But once it's proportionate, the entire amount of the money will go to the what? Group retained earnings.
Okay.
You get that?
Okay.
You do all get that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Big bag. Oh shit. I need to learn shit.
You're not answering me. What's going on?
We could not hear you.
Well, we see, sir.
But I asked the question now.
What question?
Okay, this question now, if you are with me.
You have not finished writing it now.
I want you to read it. No, how will I know you are with me?
Okay, we are with
Compare
you.
acquired Solaja with the following information.
Then
Fair value net assets of Shulaja. On the date, no, I will not put on the date. Let's do it this way. Let's make it a standardized question. Fair value of net asset of Shulaja on 31/12/2018 is 300. Fair value net asset of Shulaja on 1/1/2015 is 250. Fair value consideration paid of everybody. Yes, off. I'm sure you can see the question.
Yeah. Compute what? Compute Jumoke.
Cost of investment.
Sir?
Compute Jumoke cost of investment. Compute Jumoke cost of investment, yo.
hello.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Ma?
is doing my dear?
Hello. Okay.
Yes?
All these figures are they in million?
Yeah, they are all in
This
millions.
300.
Even if you like,
This
right now,
300.
they can be in million, they can be in
Mr.
naira.
Emmanuel, this 300 is the date 31st of December 2018.
31st December 2018.
What are we computing? Eh?
You are computing
Emmanuel.
cost of investment. Cost of investment. Taiwo.
Compute what? I can't see what is called the cost of
Compute Jumoke cost of investment. Ó jẹ́
investment,
ṣe kíá. Ó ní commit tàbí láti
Which one is cost of investment again now?
Ó yá, ó kù one adjustment.
Emmanuel, please come and read it.
You are not the only one in the class. Let others try.
Okay, sorry.
Bukola, Mr. Ojeniyi.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bamidele, Mr. David.
Yes, we are here.
Mrs. Elizabeth, Mrs. Elizabeth. Buki, what's the answer? Do you know this question I have not taught you, Abi? Do you agree that I have not taught you?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Who else? Have you all tried? Should I give you answer?
No, not yet. We're still trying.
Jumoke, is your question. Oh yeah, own it. What's the answer?
Oh, God, me, I don't know it. Oh.
Am I worried? Yeah. When I
266.
solve the question. So I want to be showing you all those things that I can just bring. And a lot of people say, well, come out.
Is it 266?
Sorry?
Is it 266?
I don't know. That's your school of thought. Write it down. When we are through, we'll get to a point. I'll tell you to all share your answer. You want your video and you put your question on it and you will talk. I will know your answer. Are you true? Because I have to solve my own now.
That's the date, 2016 and 2018.
Ajala, what's the answer?
No, I do not answer this question I'm asking. Is the second
Ajala,
one?
I can't hear you.
Is this fair value on 2015?
What is the cost of investment? Compute Jumoke cost of investment.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I solve. Let's see solution. Do you know what we are doing is actually step 3? And we'll do something. When we want to compute our goodwill, computation of goodwill, what do we always do? We need our purchase consideration. Yes or no? We need the purchase consideration of the parent here, which is called Jumoke. And that Jumoke purchase consideration is called cost of investment. Cost of what?
Oh,
they didn't give us.
Investment.
But they gave us that of NCI. What is the value of NCI own?
10.
10. Then they now gave us the fair value of what class? Consideration. On the date, value of what? Sorry, not value of consideration. The fair value of what class? Of net assets. Of what class?
Of Stolaja.
On 1 January 2015. Because that is the date of acquisition. How much is it? That is 250,000, Abi.
250, yes.
And we're told that we now have a goodwill. Goodwill of how much?
Isholaja.
Sorry.
Goodwill of
The net asset of
20.
Sholaja. Sholaja is the subsidiary.
Subsidiary, exactly.
Sholaja. And he has goodwill. Class. If I have that, I can walk back.
Yes, sir.
Let's walk back.
Okay.
What is the total consideration? What would have been an amount that would be here that will give me 20? That is 270.
270.
Now, if I know my total consideration to be 270 and NCI paid 250, paid 10,
That's it.
I'll be
That is
paid by
260.
parent.
260.
That's 260. You don't know.
You don't know, okay? I do your money.
I know.
I always say it. We always rush to class. This can also be a main question 10 marks.
I don't understand.
The examiner will say, they won't give you. Some of you now say the question is not correct. Class correct. How can they give us question and there's no cost of investment? They're giving you all the parameters to cost of investment.
Can you repeat the solution again, sir?
That is the solution in front of you.
I didn't get. How did you get to 70?
Okay, let's look at the Jumoke. The following thing were provided. You can easily look at this. Let's look at this. When we want to calculate our goodwill, these are what we always do to calculate our goodwill. Yes or no?
Yes.
They gave us in that question. They told us there's a distractor in that question. No, be very careful. The fair value of Sholaja on 31st of December 2018 is not relevant for this question. Is not relevant. So if you write it on your own, this guy is not relevant. Are you there? But I will tell you that I can make it relevant because I have another question using this, and you will tell me what is the answer. So, what is our goodwill in the question they gave us? What's the value of our goodwill?
90 million.
Then they now gave us the fair value of the net asset of Sholaja on 1st January 2015, which is our date of acquisition, to be how much?
250.
Are you there? And don't forget, we always subtract. Then they now gave us NCI. What is the value of NCI?
10 million.
Then, now, was I given the value of my cost of investment? No.
No.
But can I get it? What I will need to ask myself, what is the total purchase consideration? What would be the value that will be here that when I subtract it from 250 will give me 20?
That's 250 plus 20.
Agbayi, which is how much?
270.
Now, if the total purchase consideration is 270, what will now be the amount? If NCI is paying 10, how much will be paid by Jumoke?
260.
270 minus 10.
That's question one.
So I have a question to ask.
Yes, question me. Good.
So how are we going to differentiate between goodwill and gain or bargain purchase? Like, how are we going to know which one is gain or bargain purchase?
If it is gain or bargain purchase, they would have put it there. And if it's a gain or bargain purchase, I'll put this one in bracket. Now, you are the one that have even led us to another question. Another question. Let's say this Jumoke. Are you there now? I hope you guys have written this Jumoke question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will just change some things. I will remove Jumoke. I will remove Sholaja. I will remove Jumoke. And I said, look up. And I say, Kunle acquired Taiwo. Then we now have Kunle. But yeah, now I'm not having goodwill. I'm having what we call gain on bargain
Purchase.
And I'm not having 20. I'm having 60. Will our answer still be the same?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, give me answer then. Yeah. Tell me what will be the answer because I have a rider to this question. Only acquire Taiwo. Why is Taiwo smiling? Yeah, I still have to do something. I do that thing. We are not going to solve one question that I can have asked. Huh? I'm asking, what would be the answer?
We are calling this out.
Okay, I'm waiting.
$180.
180.
180.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
So class, let's solve. To confirm, maybe all what you have done is correct.
Not correct.
We
It's
go
correct.
through that process. So we are saying we are looking for that computation of goodwill. Are we the process? What do we have? In looking at that,
Purchase
we need our purchase what class?
Purchase consideration.
Consideration.
Our purchase consideration, we need that of Kunle, and we need that of NCI. Then we now need our fair value of net assets of who class?
Taiwo.
Of Taiwo. On what date?
Date of
acquisition date.
In this case, this Taiwo case, we have what called bargain on what? Gain on what class?
Bargain purchase.
Gain on bargain what class? How much?
Purchase.
60.
60 negative. Now class, what is the value of our fair value of net assets?
250.
250, Abi. So
10.
Okay, okay.
what value that I put there to give me negative of 60?
190.
190. So if this is 190, what will not be my cost of investment?
180.
180.
So that is that. I not get that.
Please, can you quickly show the question again?
Can I what, Taiwo?
Can you quickly show the question again?
Don't pay attention in the class. I won't do some things. Oh.
No, I paid attention. I've not finished writing the question. I understand what you did. I did not finish writing the question.
That is the question.
Okay, I've seen it. Thank you, sir.
Wait.
Yeah. I jẹ́ ká sí àwọn ìrúnrún yìí kó kúrò mẹ́rin.
Are we still on YouTube?
Yeah, still on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So, you know, if you're on YouTube, you can't ask me questions.
We know.
Except you want to be typing the question. And what me to have done is I left the live stream because I don't want to use the third laptop. I didn't mean I have somebody who can be monitoring the YouTube for me and live. I don't have that here. Okay, class. This same question, are you with me? If you are not asked this question 1, if you ask question 2, compute. B. Egbodada.
You see 15.
Question 2. Compute the post-acquisition reserve. What will be the answer? 2 marks. This question is in front of you. If you are now asked, compute the post-acquisition reserve.
50 million.
What is the answer? Bukola?
50 million. No.
Okay. Somebody said 50 million. Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So how do you get that?
Using the net asset value on DOE. $300.
Oh, you're hungry.
Acquisition.
You see me not talking, it means I'm writing. This one is 300 million. And this one is how much? 250 million. So what's our post-acquisition reserve?
50.
How much?
You have adapter.
What's the amount?
50.
Correct now, 50 M.
Let me bring this thing of the code of that division. One in television.
Okay, class. Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another question. The bigger one. If you are there, I am there. Are you writing?
Yes.
I need a name now. Okay, let's see. Bukola, a subsidiary of Femi, as an identifiable net asset of 200,000 on base of acquisition. Upon consolidation, comma, the fair value adjustment on PP was valued in excess of 20,000 naira. State the share value Give me your answer.
It's the fair value adjustment on PPE
was valued in excess. I said, adjustment on PPE value. I said the fair value adjustment on PPE was, are you there now?
Okay.
Valued in excess of 20,000.
Okay.
So the fair value of next.
So state the fair value of net assets on the date of acquisition to be used for goodwill process. The question is new. Question is new. After this one, we'll now do the next one. I'm sorry, I'm online. So let's keep what we say. Because somebody might pick this in 20 years. I'm not gone, no, Taiwo. We are together. Taiwo, we are planning that we will marry Mukaila. What is the answer, everybody? You want to get your answer, Elizabeth?
2.2 million.
220,000.
You guys got the understanding very well. What we are doing is that we are being told that already they've calculated that fair value either of net assets to be how much, class? 200,000.
200,000.
But we are now told that there was a PPE fair value adjustment. Fair value of class adjustment. And that adjustment, was it upward or downward?
Upward.
Excess.
Upward, excess. So the amount that you now have as your fair value adjustment, your reviewed fair value adjustment. So fair value, your review fair value of net assets of who class? Of Bukola, who is the subsidiary, will now be how much?
220.
220. Do you agree with me? Class, I want to change something in this question. Should I?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, we are doing another question. This is no more Bukola. And this is no more 200. And this is no more adjustment on PP. Now, this is Dami. Dami is a subsidiary of not Femi. A subsidiary of
Ade.
Tunde.
Okay, Tunde. Tunde lo ma fe Dami has an identifiable net asset of 300,000. On the date of acquisition, the fair value adjustment on liabilities shows an amount of 60,000 naira. Class, what would be the fair value net adjustment on the date of acquisition? Oh yeah, give it to me.
On liability.
Is it 60,000?
Yeah.
240,000.
240,000.
240,000.
Yes, the fair value adjustment on liability shows an amount of 60,000.
240,000.
240,000.
50,000.
Who said? What did you say?
60,000.
Yes,
Emmanuel, please, I don't
value
understand.
of net assets. Talk now. Whoever got it, does something.
240,000.
We say 240,000.
Correct. Kule, I clap for you. Now, class, this is the lesson we are learning. Net asset is an asset. When your asset is reviewed upward, it will How many of you got that? How many of you got that?
I got it.
So I now have a question for you. I sent a question to your WhatsApp. I believe you all saw that question. I want to see if I can display it.
I didn't see it.
I will send again.
Emmanuel, please, I don't understand what you are doing.
What we are doing is that when it comes to liability, we are going to deduct the amount.
Yes, liability.
Are you there? When it has to do with liability, we are going to deduct. Because liability will make your net asset to reduce.
Yeah, of course.
Are you there now? Have you seen the question, or you want me to display it on the board?
Which of it?
Oh no,
Which of it?
Emmanuel.
I just sent the question to you. It's on your WhatsApp.
Can you display the question?
I can't display the last screen though. Talk now, what is it? Class, can we move on?
Yes.
Emmanuel, please don't move yet.
I have to move to another question.
Of this Dami and Kunle.
Emmanuel.
What is it?
Emmanuel, please show the last question that you wrote.
We shall see the last question when I come back. Yeah, this question. You can expand it on your own screen to see it. So this is your question, and I'm giving you 5 minutes. Look at this question now. You can see question number 1. They said IFRS 3 or what business combination states that non-controlling interest at the date of acquisition to be valued at one of the two methods. Proportionate, are you there? And its fair value. Required, explain the differences that the accounting treatment on this alternative. I debit that one into your account. You will explain that one. But the one I want you to do is number 2. Calculate the gain on bargain purchase. Are you there arising from this acquisition? The examiner is helping you. They shouldn't have said calculate the gain on bargain purchase. They would have said calculate the goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. So that is the question. Oh yeah, it's off. Number 2 is the one that is important to me. Oh yeah.
Change the
So you
question,
have
sir.
10 minutes. I will use that one too to take water. Oh yeah. Please, can you screenshot it so that in case my internet knock me out, you can see the screenshot, or you take the one on your. Oh yeah. This is exactly 12:34 by 12:40. I will stop all of this.
Limited 20%.
How far are you through?
I need to know.
Is it doing why?
25%. Investment in foremost.
Am I roll?
Equity. If you have more than 5%, performance limited belongs to the original percentage net assets for the acquired. Net assets.
Who has finished? So yeah, can we move on?
Wait.
Hey, Joe. Because I still have another question, and that one I want to talk about acquisition during the year. How it affects our retained earnings, so that we'll be able to know how to work back on what, and then goodwill. So we can just wrap up the rest. Who has finished?
Jujan.
You are done. What's your own answer? What's your answer?
I'm sending to you privately. I'm sending to you, sir.
1,800, sir.
I got 4.2 million.
Well, 1.8 million, sir.
70 million.
70 million, yeah.
1.8 million.
Okay, I've heard the 1.8 million.
4.2.
I don't know. I can't say your answer is correct or wrong until when I solve it.
4.2. Sir.
Yes, what's your answer?
4.2.
2.2.
Okay.
I got 4.2 million.
2.2 ni jare.
$360,000.
3 million NCI.
Now let's go on.
8 million.
Now what I want to do is this.
5.5.
Hold on. I need my pen. So yeah, we want to do a computation of goodwill.
Yes.
I'll be very careful. In this case, I need my consideration.
Yes.
What the purchase consideration paid by Harmony?
Emmanuel, I cannot hear you.
How much you paid what? This is it. How many paid what?
3 million. 3 million.
3 million. How is it 3,000? Now I need 1.CI. They didn't give me anything
3% of 8,000.
and after that, the non-controlling interest paying a percentage of the work class net assets acquired, which I don't know, and that will be 20% times I don't know that amount yet. Hold on. But in this case, I need to know what is the
Sir, we cannot hear you.
Emmanuel, I can't hear you.
Okay, I said, what would be the net asset? Sorry, I used my hand to cover the mic side. What would that be the net asset to the date of acquisition? They gave me here. They said the fair value of the work or this is how much? What is his net asset? We have his net asset. His net asset at acquisition is 11,200. But there was a fair value adjustment. So let's see the adjustment.
-3.
Fair value adjustment on liability. The fair value adjustment on liability is how much?
3,200,000.
Yeah, what will be our net asset?
8,000. 8,000.
You said 1,000. 11,200.
Yes.
11,200 minus 3,000. So how much is that?
8,000.
8,000. Meaning that the fair value of foremost that we are going to use will be 8,000. The NCI will be paid 30% of 8,000. What is 30% of 8,000?
2.4.
What's 30% of 8,000 now?
Why did you get 1,000, sir?
2.4. 2,400.
2.4.
2.4. 2.4 plus 3,000.
5.4.
5.4, B. Then what
Yes.
is our gain?
Why did you get 1,000?
Where did I get what?
8,000. The fair value of the foremost. Ogami, I can't hear you. The mic is low.
How I got 8,000 is this? What is
Yes.
an acquisition? Value on acquisition is 11,300.
Okay, sir.
11,200. 11,200.
I have 11,800 here.
200. And I was told there was a fair value adjustment. Fair value adjustment of how much? And that fair value adjustment is on liability. So do I add or I subtract?
Subtract.
11,200 minus 3,200. What would that give me?
8,000.
8,000.
Okay.
So what would that be my fair value now for process of consolidation?
Okay, sir.
And I was being told, calm down, please. Everybody don't rush. Oh. You can see how small this question is. If you don't look at it, oh, son, yeah.
Mr. Emmanuel, your mic is very
Your
low.
mic is too low. Your mic is too low, Mr.
You will be
Emmanuel.
looking for proportionate. But proportionate is talking about the net asset of the what? Acquiree. Look at it. What did they say? They said the net asset. Has somebody read this for me?
Mr. Emmanuel, going on.
Read it loud now.
We can't hear
The
you.
fair value of the identifiable assets of
I
the
said, let somebody
limited.
read the part that said the non-current asset. I'm really screaming here.
The non-controlling interest will be measured as a percentage of the net assets of the acquiree.
So what's the percentage of NCI?
30.
What is that the amount? It's 30. What is that the amount of the fair value that have been adjusted?
8,000.
Of net assets, 8,000.
So now, 30% of 8,000 is what?
2,400.
We got that. Did we get that? As I saw.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Something is wrong with your mic. Oh.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Mr. Emmanuel, do you get 30% of the NCI?
Can you hear me loud and clear now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I have to do something.
Mr. Emmanuel, do you get 30% of the NCI?
Is there now? What they said that they said Harmony acquired how many percentage?
70.
70 now. Harmony Limited acquired 70%.
Who is that? Who is that? Me, who?
Mute your mic now.
There's nobody else that mic is talking. It's my two devices that are jamming. I'm looking for something. One of them will have to be quiet. Hold on. My children have shown me color here. I need a earpiece. Just sorry, it will really be making noise. I need another earpiece. Just give me 1 minute. Earpiece. Okay. There's another way to solve it. Is it still making sound? Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I need to remove my earpiece.
It's breaking, no.
I know it will break because I need another earpiece. I'll give it 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, I have to go to my car.
The fair value of the enterprising asset of limited amount 11,200,000. The fair value of assets and liabilities is 3,200,000. Asset of almost assets of net asset.
Mr. Emmanuel TV.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I hear
sir.
you.
Class, can you hear me?
We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Can you hear me now, class?
We can hear you.
Yes, Mr. Emmanuel, we can hear you.
What is your thing? I'm not just your thing.
I'm going you.
I can't hear anybody. Can you all hear me?
Can hear you.
We can hear
Okay.
you.
Somebody to type.
I've been avoiding it. I don't want to carry 2 earpieces. I'm using the big one and the small one. But now, I think I have to carry all of them.
Ali in the studio.
It's echoing.
Okay, see echoing.
Yes.
Continue like that.
It's okay like
No.
that.
Is it still echoing?
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's tough now. That's tough now.
Okay, so what I've done is that I have to make sure one of the device is muted. So now I think it's clear. Actually, I didn't. When you see this person next time, you should be able to solve it. Then you'll be better.
Then you.
Okay. Now we are going to another one. We're going to look at another question. Now let's go to our board. We have been able to pick all those Voila, that can come on our way with fair value. All those small questions that I can ask, that can be 5 marks. All of you are always looking for all those 20 marks. But sometimes those 5 marks can come in a room and they will really make a lot of way for us. Okay, let's see another question. I think I'm really good with that. But let's see another question. Now, the other question we are going to be considering now, we have to be questioned. I think my voice is clearer now. Is it clearer?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. So I think henceforth I have to be using my headset. I will have to go and look for another one. I wish we can get another better one in Nigeria. Let's go. Let's go. But somebody can buy me a headset for Valentine. I will. Please tell Mukaila to get me a headset.
Your wife will buy it for you, Mr. Emmanuel.
I tell you that my wife will not give me gifts. My wife is giving me gifts already, and I know. And when you know me, I will show you on Saturday what she bought. When I say buy me a let's go.
Emmanuel, your life. Sure, you know you're asking for it.
I don't know that somebody on the YouTube channel might decide to give it to you.
Let's go on. Please, the people that are watching on YouTube, because I know this can really live more than many years. What we are saying is illustration. Let's go on. So that I won't become president tomorrow or one minister and you say I'm begging online. So please don't cut it. Now let's look at this one. We're talking about acquisition at the beginning of the year, acquisition at the end of the year, acquisition many years ago. What happened? Look at class. If you are told, let's say this. If you are there, that Bamidele acquired Funke on 1st of July 2021.
1st of July, June.
As at 31/12/2021, something will happen. What do you think will happen? It means that there was an acquisition for how many months? How many months is this acquisition?
6 months.
6 months. And there's always, anytime examiner asks you, acquisition during the year, is either the question is a statement of profit or loss, or a statement of financial position that they will not give you something. And I want you to look at this. Yes?
Mr. Emmanuel, this question, is it July or June?
Which one?
Bamidele acquired Funke on, is it July or June?
It is July.
Please change it.
It can't be 6 months. It will be 7 months. You can see those people that they know how to calculate how many months a boyfriend has been pursuing them. If a boyfriend comes to you on 1st of July, by 31st of December, how many months has he been following you?
Mr. Emmanuel.
Class, do you get that? Yes, I appreciate. Okay, let's look at this. So once it is a fundamental thing, it makes our class easier. Now let's look at
boiling. I don't know. So what do you mean by
Mr. Emmanuel, it's not really writing that page now.
I told you that you don't need to write everything that we have on this board. I have told you that you don't.
Yeah, so you do it.
Okay. It's finished.
I wrote that next.
I told you that you don't need to write all these things. I'm going to send it to you. Do you agree with me?
Okay, sir.
Hold on. Okay? If you are there, I am here.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring it out in a way that when we now see full questions, we'll be able to do it. Okay, let's go on. I think it's better like this. Can you all hear me like this? Can you all hear me like
No, Mr. Emmanuel, switch back to what we were doing before.
Can you all hear me like this?
Yes.
It's clearer.
Yes.
I made you motivate you. I'm not back. Okay. Sometimes I will stick to my old technology. So that I new board in Sintale also do screen. Never formulate back. Okay, let's see this. Bamidele acquired Funke on 1st of July 2020. 70% holding of ordinary share. Okay, calm down. And also statement of financial position expert. I guess you can still hear me. Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
So that you won't say I've gone.
We can see you right.
Retained earnings 150,000.
She that's for me to spin to. Yeah.
Taiwo, mute yourself.
I'm almost to profit for the year is 50,000 naira.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Bukola acquired. Are you there now? 70% holding of ordinary share. Investment cost of investment is 100,000. Share capital. Are you there now? This is equity of share. Share capital is this. Retain earnings is that amount. They were told that the profit for the year. I were told that the profit for the year is 50,000 naira. Compute the goodwill. So class, what will you do if you ask this question? What comes to your mind?
Compute the goodwill.
Compute the goodwill of it now.
Yes, that's what comes to your mind.
Yes,
Okay,
now.
give it a try. Let me see.
What you do? No, Nicholas. If you see what's
Give
my
it a try. Whoever can get this one might get a prize.
You compute the
Samantha,
goodwill.
tell us what the price.
Asset.
So what will be the goodwill? Can't do it? Okay, let me solve it.
Mr. Emmanuel, nobody said that. You don't even wait for us to try.
Okay, yeah, try. I'm giving you 5 minutes. But after this, we will now look at when we are not given the cost of investment. Eunice in the class. Eunice, Agunbi Ade. Madam Eunice, are you in the class? What's the answer?
It's not up to 1 year. No, it's not up to 1 year that the acquisition took.
So that means the question is not correct.
I cannot say that too.
Yeah.
Mr. Emmanuel is trying to set you up. Mr. Emmanuel, goodwill is 60,000.
Yeah, so I'm listening to everybody. Okay, what did you have as your own answer? Anybody? Okay, let's solve. Computation of goodwill. For me to compute my goodwill, I need my purchase consideration paid by who is the person who is acquiring?
Bamidele.
I have one paid by Bamidele, which is the parent.
Yeah.
Then I have the one paid by NCI. In this question now, they just say acquire 70% of that, holding under that.
142.
Now, the examiner is silent. They didn't tell us that the NCI paid at fair value, have you? So in that case, we should know the proportion. We are going to use proportionate method. So yes. And I need a word.
Fair value.
Fair value of net assets.
Net asset of class.
Okay.
On what date?
At date of acquisition.
What's the date of acquisition?
1/7/2020.
So let's see the one that we have in the question straight and we pick it. What is the
150.
what is the cost of investment in the question?
100,000.
100,000.
100,000, Abi.
100,000.
Now, the next thing we now look for is our net asset on the date of acquisition. Look up. I need my net asset of Funke. So to get the net asset of Funke, I need date of acquisition, date of reporting. That's the only thing I need. What is the share capital of Funke?
300,000.
Now, and I need the retained earning of Funke.
Yes.
The retained earning of Funke on the date of reporting is how much?
150.
150,000, Abi.
And the profit of the year.
The issue now is what is the retained earning on the date of acquisition? Don't forget the date of acquisition is 1st of January,
125.
July 2021. But look at what the examiner gave me. He gave me the retained earnings on 31/12/20. I would like to use a graph. Let's see this. I will call it retained earnings analysis. Now, he gave me the retained earnings on date of reporting, which is 31/12/2021. To be how much, class?
300,000. Date of reporting.
150, Abi.
So 150,000. Yes.
150.
So the retained earnings 150.
150.
But he now told me that the profit for the year.
It's
What's the
50,000.
profit for the year, class?
50,000.
Profit for the year.
Okay.
50,000.
And
If
25,000.
you remember what we always do, the retained profit brought forward is a function of what was my retained profit at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
So what will now be my retained profit on 1st January 2021? Subtract 150 from this.
100,000.
What would that be?
100,000. 100,000.
100,000. Now, what was the day acquisition was made?
July.
July 2021.
Yes.
Now, what I will now have to distribute this profit, 50,000
for the year,
to 6 months here and 6 months here. So what is 6 months from 1st of January to this?
25,000.
Abi?
Yes.
Then from year to year 2 will be how much, class?
25,000.
Now, question we now need to ask ourselves. What would have been my retained profit as at this day? If my retained profit on 1st of January is 100,000, and I have retained profit spread for 6 months to 1st of June, are you there, class? What would be my retained profit on that day?
125.
The mic is too low. Oh,
what would be my retained profit on that day?
125.
Did you hear that now?
100
and what, class? 25. So it means the amount of retained profit I'll bring here will now be 125,000. So my retained profit on the date of acquisition will be 125,000. So what is now?
It's not clear.
Emmanuel, please go by taking.
Let's go back. We want to get goodwill, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the information we can get from what we are doing here now?
Can get cost of investment.
We can get cost of what? Production, Abi?
Investment.
Cost of investment, which is 100,000 from our original question. Then, Abi, we can get this one.
Hello.
Now, we need our share value of net asset on the date of acquisition. So we need to go to our question. What do we the capital of Funke is how much?
300,000.
200,000. But we need the retained earning on date of acquisition. Did we have it?
No.
No.
No. We don't have this amount on the date of acquisition. So let's now go and look for it. So we now went to retain any analysis. In my retained earnings here, what is the value of my retained earnings the date of what is my retained earnings on the date of reporting now? 31st December 2021.
150,000.
150,000. I was told that the profit for the year is 50,000. When you were taught in your lower class, if you have retained earnings brought forward to write it, then you now say profit for the work class for the year. What do you add? You will not use your retained again. Your retained earnings carry forward. So in this measure, they gave me my retained earnings carry forward to be 150,000. They gave me my retained profit for the year to be 50,000. What would be my retained profit drop forward as at 1st of January of this year? If it's on the 31st,
100,000.
100K.
100,000. That is how I got the 100,000 here. Of January 2021 was not my date of acquisition. My date of acquisition was what date?
1st July.
1st of July.
So what would be the profit? My retained profit on 1st of July. So what do I do? My profit for the year is always 12 months.
Okay, so you
So
split
I will divide it. From
Okay.
1st of January to 1st of July, how many months do I have?
7 months now.
7 months. Okay.
January to July.
6 months.
1st of July. July is not among.
Okay, 1st of July.
January,
Yes.
February, March, April, June. July is not yet a
6
month.
months. 1st of July, that's
So
6
what
months.
is 6 months of 25,000 or 50,000?
That's half of it, sir.
Half of it. Half of 50,000 is 25. So 25. So that if I now want to know my retained profit on that day, if I retain any of this, I will add it to this, so it will not give me this. So what is the retained earning on 1st of July?
125.
100 and what?
25.
25. So that is why I will bring it here, 125,000.
Mr. Emmanuel,
So
please, I have a
300,000 plus.
Mr.
Yes.
Emmanuel, I have a question.
Me booking.
Is it a general rule that okay, once it is half month, then we have to split the payment, the profits?
Then
equally.
Bookie, and listen to this. If the date of acquisition has been 1st of September, that means I have to calculate from January to September. How many months is that? 8 months. So I would have, I'm splitting it based on the duration.
So how do we calculate that?
We get a booking.
Yes, if it is
that one would have now become 8 divided by 12 times 50,000 because the 50,000 is for 12 months.
Okay.
So how I got 25,000?
Proration.
How I got this 25,000 is 6 over 12 times 50,000.
Times 50,000. Okay.
So low. So
I
apportioned it.
It's the apportionment. Okay.
So this one now, what is the total here?
425.
425. So I will now bring the 425. 425. 425,000. So can I get NCI now? What's the value of NCI?
127,500.
127,500.
127,500.
500.
So what's my total consideration?
197,500.
1,197. What's my total purchase consideration?
227,500.
227,500. Then what will now be my answer?
197.
Will I have goodwill or gain on bargain purchase?
Gain on bargain.
Gain on bargain.
197,500.
Gain on bargain shaking you.
Purchase.
What will be the answer?
197,500.
197,500.
Emma, she.
Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel.
He has muted you, so you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm listening. What's the question?
How are we going to know that it's gain or bargain purchase?
Okay. We will know there is a gain or bargain purchase if this is your total consideration. Are you there now? It's less than the fair value of that. You can see once your computation is negative, it's gain or bargain purchase. But if your computation is positive, it means it's a goodwill.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Then now that we all know that it's gain or bargain purchase, what will be the treatment? Where do we take this gain or bargain purchase to?
The retained earnings.
Retained earnings of who?
Yes.
Retained earnings of who?
Group retained earnings.
Of the parents.
Of the parent. Correct.
Emmanuel, please, I have a question.
Just question me, sir.
On the GOA, the retained earnings that is 125,000. Please, how did you get that 125,000? 125,000.
Is it this one?
I'm talking about.
Damn it.
Okay. This 125,000.
Yes, this from here. Because this is retained earning as at the date of acquisition.
Okay. But so you said the half of what are we doing? Is it half of the 50,000?
No, that half is not a matter of half, it's a proportion. That means you are saying my retained profit at the beginning.
Like
what would be my retained profit on that day of acquisition? Did you get that? Damn, did you get that?
Emmanuel.
Yes, please.
I have a question. So are we saying that okay, so this retained earnings that they give us a question of 150,000 is the retained earnings at the end of the year?
The retained earning of 150,000 is the retained earning on the date of reporting. And which is the amount at the end of the year? Check it now. Statement of financial position on what date?
Okay, then so the 100,000 that we got is the retained earnings at the beginning of the year.
And how do we get the 100,000?
We send that 150 minus the profit for the year.
So that is that.
Okay. So I'm still trying to understand something. So when we now got to when we were trying to split, why was it 50,000 that we split?
we didn't split 60,000. We split 6 months. And how do you get 6 months? Is that from 1st of January to 1st of July? How many months is that?
6 months.
But if the date of acquisition has been 1st of September, how many months would it have been?
8 months.
Now, class work.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry, Mr. Emmanuel. You split 100,000, which is the retained earnings.
I didn't split 100,000. I apportioned 50,000 into 6 months, 6 months.
And so you are apportioning the profit.
Yes, the profit for the year is what to make the retained earnings to increase.
Okay.
Okay, Techno Pro. You didn't put your name. You are raising your hand.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Is there no more question?
Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please put the second slide on your screen?
I don't know which one is second slide. Question, solution, or workings?
Sir?
Is it this one?
Not this one. Yeah, this one. Thank you. No. This one. No, sir. The other one. The previous one. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, sir, we are going to get the slide of this, right?
Pardon?
Are you going to get the slide of what you taught us today?
Yeah, I will send it to you.
I see some workings that because of the way you
I will send it to you, Mr. Sholaja.
Okay, sir.
Now, this is not your own classwork. Oh. Are you listening? I'm going to dictate and you will write. Or you still want me to write?
Dictate.
Then the online energy self won't be up to the energy if I drive to Riskfree. Okay, it's all right. You can still watch after that. Let's look at the question. Are you with me? David acquired 80% of
What now?
Mary.
Inside that box.
Taiwo, well done. Oh.
Sorry, sir.
Is the 90% of what? David acquired.
Of Mary.
Okay.
David Co. acquired 80% of Mary Co. on 1st of October 2021. The statement of financial position on 31. I'm advised that you don't write the figures yet. I will. Yeah, Mukaila again.
Simon, that's my brother.
Okay, can you we've had a lot of almost two.
Sir, you took the question away.
Coming back, yeah. I know, Leron Michel.
Okay, I've been sure.
Okay, the venture.
If I use this handwriting to write check for you, won't you collect it?
Why won't I collect it?
Then if you can collect it, it means you can see what I'm writing.
No. I will know it's my name that is inside now. Whether I see it or not.
Help me out, class. This is 600. 200 plus 100. No? This is 350. Oh, yeah, so that we'll now go to the big question of ICANN. Once you can get all these enrollment thing, you'll be moving at a very fast pace. $650 minus 50, that is 600. 600 minus 350, what would that give me? Yeah. $250
$250.
I mean, 150, 150.
Okay.
So Emmanuel, number one, additional information. You
The
profit for the year of what?
year of Mary is 20 naira.
Mr. Emmanuel, please, this is the beginning of the question.
I will still scroll back. I'll scroll back to everything. The
Okay,
market. Nearly here. Question long, small.
Land there. There is no land.
Okay. Mr. Manu. Number 4.
Mr. Emmanuel, please, I'm still writing the first part of it too.
The asset and equity have different figures. The total asset is 600 and the total equity is 650.
Reduce the venture 200.
I want to see my first, the second, I think the second slide now.
Mr. Emmanuel, please, second slide.
Mr. Emmanuel, the total asset is 600 and the total equity is 650.
Oh. Mr. Man, the next page. Number 4, except the what?
Please, I'm not done with the second slide.
Fair value except
Except the land,
with what?
but there is no land.
The last slide, please.
With exceed value.
So, Emmanuel, can you please read option 4?
Option 4, the
Number 4.
identifiable asset of the RICO were all equal to the fair value, except the land, the excess value of 10.
Except the land.
Yes, except the land. Land.
There's no land. There's no land. It's
There's no-
PPE we have.
Okay, I bet.
Is it not property? Property, plant, and machinery.
What are the components of your PPE?
Property, plant, and equipment.
So when they ask you to calculate land, land, building, and co, where will you put them? I as what?
16.
Thank you. Continue. Okay, have you all written the question, everybody?
Yeah.
So by my time now is.
Are we solving it?
Yes, I solve. By exactly 1:50, I will stop you all. No, by exactly 1:51, I will stop you all of you. So yeah.
Emmanuel, that's not even up to 10 minutes.
Still even 20 minutes. Oh yeah. By exactly 5 minutes to.
Sir, please switch to the previous slide. Please, I need the first slide of the question.
How far are you, John?
Hey, Joe.
Please, I need the first slide of the question.
Mr. Emmanuel, please, the last slide.
After you have been logged out.
Sir?
Ma?
Sir, please, the last slide. My network is not good, so it's always logging me out.
Okay.
Sir, please, what is this? The identifiable assets of Mary Kobe, or is it equally or be equality?
What don't you say matric? We're all equal.
Okay, equal, okay. The handwriting is not eligible.
We're equal to the fair value, except the land with excess value of 10.
Thank you, sir. Shall you solving it for us?
We're solving when others are almost finishing.
Classwork, okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel. Come. Oh, I think I need to be in the room. Eh? Which one is that thing again? It's Monday.
Yes, what is the question, Taiwo?
Mr. Emmanuel, you not give us the amount of shares now.
You got what?
Did you give us the amount of shares?
I didn't give you the amount of shares.
Yes, the unit of shares that was acquired.
I don't need to.
Eh?
What
I
unit
don't
of
need to.
did David acquire?
You don't need to.
Yeah.
So what are we
Everything you
now
need
going
is
to
on the
do?
board.
Are you sure, Simon?
No.
Okay, sorry.
No.
I've seen it.
I mean, there's a am I sure?
Am I being sir?
Don't worry, I can exam.
Okay.
Class, you have 5 minutes more.
No, but don't worry, keep me.
So,
Anybody has finished?
Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel.
I'm listening.
815.
Did it balance? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, somebody said it's balanced, but remember that account balance doesn't mean it's correct. Oh.
Now,
Exactly.
Okay,
it's
one
the
person.
trial. I have attempted it.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, somebody has finished. Yeah, others. Who else? Okay, class. Who else has done it? Kí ni ta ló ń jábọ́ nínú kíláàsì?
Báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé ṣíbí ló jábọ́?
I want to solve.
To eat, I want to eat.
You want to eat? Okay, class. Yes. Ready to. Let's solve. What was the requirement of the question?
Statement.
So that's the first thing I need to do. Who is the parent? David, you. Then I now come to work on consolidated statement of as I what date? Are we working in thousands or just naira?
Just naira.
I see that I'm doing the question. What am I doing first? I'm doing the what we call a pro format. This is my solution page, but I cannot start solving if I don't go through all the workings. Now, what will be my step one?
Group structure.
Group structure.
I start. Now to see if I can squeeze everything here. What was the date of acquisition?
Time is not 80%.
Less than.
Is 80%.
80%.
Was it 18?
Yes.
Okay, I was testing you. What was the date of acquisition?
1st October 2021.
One.
What was the date of reporting?
31st of December
2021.
That means there was acquisition during the year. And how many month duration do we have?
3 months.
3.
So do we have NCI?
Yes.
Yeah.
NCI is how many?
20%.
20%.
Let's go. Second, note 2. Network class.
Net asset of subsidiary.
Mary.
We need information on date of acquisition, which is 1st of what?
October.
1st of October.
Then we need on date of reporting what?
31st December.
31st December.
So shall I watch you one more straight by?
If it's
Okay. So let's do this. And Jordan. Capital.
Wow.
After that, we have our retaining. We don't know, maybe there's any adjustment.
There is.
Leave the space there. I'm not a wish. So I don't know. Step 3. Contation of what?
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Step 4. What do we compute?
NCI.
NCI.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't know if there's any adjustment. Note what? Nice. Note 5. What do I have? Note 5.
Group retained earnings.
They have not finished. Some people have started fighting with plates.
Ah.
Oh, Mr. Money, I'm hungry.
Did they call your name?
Do you want me to serve? Yes, it's me.
The lady don't speak with all her mouth full. Okay, class. We are cool and to go. So what do we start from? From the preamble of the question. Can somebody tell me what the Nobody is reading.
Information. The profit for the year of 20 naira.
No, 80% was acquired. We have gotten that. Okay.
Miracle was acquired by Daniel on 1st of October 2020. The statement of financial position on 31st 2021 as follows. All figures assumed to be correct. Information.
Okay. Anytime you
for the year of Mary 20 naira.
Let's quickly walk.
The fair value method of goods was adopted. Roman figure.
Okay, let's not rush.
The
Let's
market
start.
price of Mary's share is.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. You can see, I can see that you have made another air. It's all right. You now have to put gel.
Emmanuel.
No, because I saw the picture now. And She did matric. She has not wear the cap. So I'm praying that you will get the cap.
Wear the convocation.
And when you are wearing the cap, first class in Jesus' name. It's not a matter of amen alone. Start working hard.
Emmanuel, we're on break. Oh.
Emmanuel, we're on break. Please,
okay, should we go on break?
Let's finish the calculation.
Let's finish question now.
Okay. I thought I said we should go on break. I think I'm very low.
No.
Let's just go on and finish. My phone is already 10%.
Okay, let's see number 6. We need to determine the retained earnings of Mary on the date of what? Acquisition. We're given the amount of profit on date of reporting to be how much?
50
naira.
But we need the one on, this one was 31/12/2021, Abby.
Yeah.
They didn't give us any other information. Rather, they gave us the profit for the year. What's the profit for the year?
20 naira.
And that is 12 months. So, which means to 1st of January 2021, what was the retained earning on that day?
30 naira.
30 naira. But what was the date of acquisition?
That's
October.
1st of October 2021. So that means we are having here 9 months.
9
and
over
we are
12.
having here how many months? 3 months. So can we split the amount 9 divided by 12?
15.
That's for the first part.
That's 15.
That's what?
15.
15.
And the other part, 3 all over 12 times 20.
That's 5.
That's 5. So what will now be our retained earning on the date of acquisition? 30 plus
15.
We give you what?
45.
45. So I've gotten that. That was that information for. So I can now go to my retained earning on date of acquisition so that you remember working 6 was 45. What is the retained earning on the date of reporting?
50.
15. What's my share capital on the date of reporting?
100.
So we extend it to the date of acquisition 100. That is done. What is the next additional information?
On land.
What happened? Note 7. We have what called fair value adjustment. On what class? On land. Are we there now? Land. And land is a component of PPE. So when we have revaluation surplus, what do? We debit and credit, Abby? Yes or no? But I don't want to be using those debit. I'll just come here and just say, what is the PPE of the company, of the entity? What is for David?
200.
What's the PPE of Mary?
200.
Mary is 200. What is the PPE of David?
300.
100.
Why are you testing me? You guys are hungry. I didn't mean it's physical now. I would have given all of you food. What is the PPE of Mary?
200.
Okay, so we now have fair value adjustment.
10 naira.
What's the fair value adjustment?
10 naira.
10 naira.
So the corresponding entry will go to our fair value. That's adjustment here under net assets. So our fair value adjustment is now how much, class? 10, Abby, which will be extended here as 10. Do we get that?
Yes.
That adjustment. Yeah, what's the next adjustment? What were we told? What happened now? What's the next additional information?
Market price.
The
Market
market value
price.
of Mary shares is 50 kobo each.
That one, we don't need to be opening another additional information. We just go straight. He bought 30% out of the 100,000 units, out of the 100 units.
Yeah.
It's 100 units. How much did he pay?
20.
He
20.
bought 20.
It's 20. Not 30.
Correct? I was testing you. 100. How much?
50 kobo.
50 kobo.
50 kobo. That's the answer.
Okay. What is talking?
More like here. When I teach students and they get their solution, it makes me happy. Oh, it is multi-stock. You cannot go out. Yeah, what's the answer?
Okay.
Hey, God bless you. Class confirm. Poison is dangerous to health. We also bring it to we treat it twice. Any other additional information?
That's all.
Is that all? So that is all. Life is done. Okay, class? Next additional information. What is the value of the consideration paid by David?
250. 250.
How much did David pay?
250.
250,000. Okay, according to our working 2, what is the value of the fair value of net asset on the date of acquisition?
That's 155, I think.
155, yes. Okay,
155.
250 plus 10 will give me what?
260.
260 minus 115.
105.
105.
Working 3. What's my goodwill?
105.
105. But I will always like whereby I finish all the adjustments before I start transferring. That will make you not make any mistake. What's your post-acquisition reserve from working 3?
Post-acquisition reserve is 5.
Okay, 20% of 5.
1.
1. This guy has 11. What are retained earnings of David?
100.
Pardon?
100.
80% of 5.
4.
Any adjustment?
No.
What's the amount?
104.
So that is done. Okay, let's go. What's the total amount of PPE now?
510.
510.
510. So let's wrap up our account. Sweet. Can you say our account is sweet?
So sweet.
Same question.
You know it.
This same, when you know it. Oh yeah, this is working 7, Abby. What was the amount? 510. What's the
Is 105.
150.
Current asset is
150.
for Mary?
No, 100 plus 150 now. I mean 100 plus 50. That's 150.
You are raising your hand. What's the issue?
Yes, sir. Sorry. The consideration for the NCI, because in the question, the 100 you use is not in unit. I think it's in value. I'm trying to.
It's in unit. Mr. Kule, because they've already told us that it is 1 naira for 100. So that is why the value and the unit are having same value. So 100 divided by 1 naira, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kunle. Okay, class. Remember I told you, don't go and do James Bond. Still leave balancing for balancing. What is the total amount for NCR for capital of parents? Oh yeah, what is the share capital of parents?
350.
350. According to working 3, what is the group retained earning?
104. Working 5. I'll be working 3. Working 5.
Working 5. According to working 4, what is NCI value?
11.
11. Next, our current assets, sorry, current liability is the venture, Abi?
Yes.
What's the venture of David?
150.
150.
What is that of Mary?
30.
Total.
180.
Payable of David?
50.
Of Mary?
70.
Total?
120.
Can you give me the total equity?
765.
765.
Yes.
Class, this total equity and liabilities. What is our total asset to?
765.
765. Are you sure, class?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is the end.
Thank
So
you,
we
sir.
say, class,
Unto
God be glory,
honor
and adoration. Almighty God and Father, we thank you for the little that we have done.
This opportunity to do.
The little we
We
have
pray,
done
God
is more than
Almighty,
enough for us.
that the little that we have done will be more than enough.
Allah, count our
All
efforts
our
to
efforts.
success.
Process. Amen. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir. We hope you're going to send the slide to us because we couldn't write anything, sir.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
Please let me snap out the workings we have done here.
I'm sending everything.
You will
to you
send
right
it.
now.
You will send
Okay,
it. You will send it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you tomorrow.
Why do you want to see me tomorrow? I thought I can see
Lecture
you
none.
later.